For coming to my channel. I am Jackie Horton, your wellness and health specialist. I am here to promote wellness and good health.
The real you is breathing down your neck, begging you to manifest. It's got to be a lifestyle change. When you shift your paradigm, when you shift your thinking, only then what you see in your head, you will hold in your hand.
Good morning and welcome to my channel. I am Jackie Horton, your wellness and health specialist. Today is Monday, Mental Health Day. Thank you for joining me again. I am here to promote wellness and good health, to amplify lifestyle changes that promotes good health, and also to uplift those things that we are already doing that's positive. So welcome again. So today I just want to talk a little bit about something of a word that I came across, and I sort of like explored it a little bit more. And that word is resolve. Let me take these off because I don't need these. The word resolve. And when we think about the word resolve, we do know what the definition is. It is to settle on something. It is to decide firmly. It is to just, go with what you find as a solution to help you. And with the word resolve, I sort of thought about two paths that are sometimes could be possibly the only paths that we take. One is to have resolve in faith, where biblically it's the substance of things that we hope for, but the evidence of things aren't seen. And then when you look at different translations of that, you may have more, words that you're more familiar with to help you kind of like connect with resolve and connect with faith. And so you're thinking, you have decided to hope for those things, you decided to wait for those things, you decided to trust that those things that you desire in your heart will eventually become in your hand. Then on the other side of faith, another form of resolve is to give up. And give up means obviously to let go that thing, that person or that situation that you once desired, or that dream or that vision that you once desired, because time has passed. So with resolve, you have two paths to go. And I'm not saying the only two paths, but you do have two directions to go. And one of the things that I would say about resolve when I speak to people in therapy, I sort of weigh with them where they're mostly leaning to, one. And then I talk with them about what they have done to be able to maintain their faith and their desire to obtain what they hold in their hearts and their mind. And I also explore what they have done to let it go and how much time it took and what it did for them to let it go. And if giving up on it or letting go of it actually provided them with more clarity of what they should be, or what their heart really was drawn to. So I would say that over time, one of the things that we need to do in order to have a more fulfilling life is to have some resolve over some life decisions, over some life issues, in order to help us and guide us on a path that's going to be useful for our long-term life. And I do believe faith and giving up and returning to faith is circular. It depends on your season. It depends on who's around you. It depends on your fatigue. It depends on if you have been intentional to obtain what you desire. So it depends on a lot of things. But I do think the faith to giving up and letting go is part of the circular process for personal development and for personal growth. Because to have resolve, you really should have a place where you are positioned completely on. Okay? I was thinking, as I was looking over some of the things that were in the news this week, everybody sort of that I know watched the Colorado State University game against the University of Colorado, which is prime Deion Sanders' team. And I go back to when Coach Sanders, or Dion was with JSU, and just kind of like his resolve and taking football, college football, to another level, and also opening the doors, and also pushing back some old systems that were in place, and how he was resolved in making sure he could do that. And even though there's probably more supporters than naysayers, he still continues to have a resolve that this was planted in his mind, this was planted in his heart. He does talk about his faith in the Lord and being able to continue to go forward despite how hard it is, despite how old the system has been laid down, despite, some people that may be in his circle may not feel as fully engaged or are, a little bit nervous about the outcomes. So resolve really requires you to invest, whether you're on one end of giving up and letting it go, or whether you're on the other end of having faith. And so when a person gets to the place where their faith is diminished, or their faith is a little unstable, and they feel like they're teetering on the giving up side, just trust that if you had a position of resolve in the beginning, you more than likely will return to that place, because that's the place that you know more. That's the place that you are more familiar with being engaged and with being in contact with what you decided that you desired, and that what you desire will be in your hand one day. And maybe the giving up is just temporary, and maybe it's just short term. But if it becomes a true resolve that this would not happen to you, then the next thing is I would talk to clients about is then what was put in place of that. Because we get into a place where we have emotional attachments to things, and those things and people they mirror what's in our hearts. It is recommended to find a replacement of equal standards or comparable to what you had initially desired, because it is part of the life journey to continue to grow and to move forward. And faith is definitely one way to move forward in life, knowing that there are going to be moments where there will be uncertainty, but knowing that the things that are in your heart and the things that are on your mind came up for some reason. And maybe they've been connected to the whole wider range of your life, or maybe not. But most of the time, there is a connection, because life really is an endless circle, and and each point in that circle, you have to really sort of think about and reflect about, how does this connect to the larger situation, or how does this connect to the larger purpose? So resolve is what it is. It's been settled on something, finding a solution, deciding firmly on something, and it can go either path. On a faith path, where you're staying motivated and hopeful to obtain the things that you want, or obtain the situation, the person, the marriage, the career that you want, and then giving up. It's not always a negative. I know people say giving up is a negative, you shouldn't. But sometimes giving up may just be a resolve that you need to take in order to get to what you really, really are designed to do and be. So thank you for joining for Monday, Mental Health Monday. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you again. I am Jackie Horton. Bye-bye.